Most people fail in QA interviews not because they lack of knowledge, but because they give wrong answers. You might know everything, but when the interviewer asks simple questions, you get stuck or confused. So in this video, I will share real interview QA questions with strong practical answers that you can directly use to crack your next interview. So I have worked in automation and manual both sides and faced multiple interviews, so everything I'm sharing is based on my real experience. So let's start with the most asked question in the manual testing. So let's get, you can see here is our indexes of questions: test case design technique, header of test cases, test plan, bug life cycle, defect in Jira, STLC, ad hoc testing, exploratory testing, smoke testing, regression testing, and agile meeting, all type of the meetings, what is the test based traceability matrix, system testing, agile work process, backlog storage, grooming call, meeting call, and bug leakage and bug release, hot fix and patch fix, which SDLC model is followed in your company, QA vs QC. These are the questions most asked in the nowadays interview as a manual or automation testing. So we are going to cover all these questions answer with practical example. So you can see here test case design technique. So we have two of the test case: black box testing technique based on the functionality without looking at the code. This is the black box testing. Equivalence partitioning, there is a first one is a equivalence partitioning, means what is we can say explain in equivalence partitioning: divide input data into the valid and invalid groups and test only from the each representative. Okay, and second is a boundary value analysis, test age values. In this we can cover test age values, mean, max, just inside or outside of the boundaries. And decision table testing, use a table to test different input combinations. And state transition testing, the test how the system behaves when state changes, for example login logout. And second next one is a error guessing based on the experience. It is will be performed by based on our experience. Based on our experience we can guess the possible error prone areas. And second test case design technique is a black box testing technique based on the code structure. So in this we cover statement coverage, branch coverage, path coverage. And what is the way experience based technique? Experience based technique means exploratory testing, ad hoc testing. Exploratory in the exploratory testing, tester actively explore all the system without predefined test cases. And what is the ad hoc testing? It is a random testing based on the tester initiations and experiences. So here is a question: write the header of test cases. In the interview there they have to ask questions like write the test header of the test cases. So you can write which test case header following in your organization. So you can write your own. Here I have written my. So first I have written module, the specific module, a feature of the application being tested, like login, payment dashboard, and the test case ID, test type, test scenario, precondition, test step, test data, and expected result, actual result, and the status and reported by, reported to, and QA command, dev comment, and attach the screenshot. This is the test case headers we are following in our organization. You can explain your test case headers in the interviews. Okay, so next one is what is test plan. So it is a basic question they have asked. What is a test plan? Test plan, or we can say, it's a document that will describe what to test, how to test, who will test, when to test, what tools to use for the testing. And key component of the test plan: test objective, test scope, test strategy, test schedule, test resources, test environment, risk and mitigation. For example, if you are testing an e-commerce website, a test plan may include scope testing, test login, payment, order processing, strategy, use manual or automation testing. And tools, for the which tools you for do for the testing, like automation for the with the Selenium or Playwright, Jira for bug tracking, timelines. In timelines, testing start on Feb 1st and end on the March 15th. Okay, and this is most asked question, bug life cycle. Can you explain bug life cycle? So you can explain like this: new, assigned, open, fixed. And this is the structure of bug life cycle. If we talk about the explanation, so you can explain like this: new, what is the stage of new? When a bug is first identified and logged by the tester, it is assigned to the status new. For example, tester find a login button does not work and it report to the developer as a new status. And assigned, the bug is assigned to the developer by the team lead. For example, a test lead assign the bug to the developer. Okay. And open stage is the developer start working on that bug to identify and fix the issue. For example, developer check the code to identify the cause of the non-functional login button. Fixed stage, after the developer resolved that issue, the bug status is changed to fixed, that indicating the fix is ready for testing. Example, developer fix a button functionality and mark as bug as fixed. Retest stage, the tester retest the functionality to verify whether the fix work correctly. For example, the tester verify the login button now work as expected. And the close stage, if the bug is no longer reproducible after retesting, the tester change its status to closed. For example, tester confirm the login button working properly now, so the bug is marked as a closed. And there is some condition like reopen it if needed. So if the tester find that issue is still not fixed, the bug is reopened and sent back to the developer for further investigation. For example, the login button issue persists, so tester reopen that bug. Deferred optional stage, if the bug is of low priority or cannot be fixed in the current release, it is deferred to for future release. For example, a cosmetic issue is deferred because it does not affect a critical functionality. So there is also some condition like rejected, if the developer or lead determine that reported issue is not a bug, it's a misunderstanding or duplicate, then each bug is marked as a rejected. For example, tester report an issue but it's turned out to be the feature, not a defect. And the defect, what are the keywords we have sent with defect in a Jira? This is also asked in interview, so you can prepare also this question. Defect information like summary, description, priority, severity, status. In the technical details we can say component, environment, attachment, and other keyword we can say assign, labels, sprint. An example of the Jira like summary, checkout page crash when selecting PayPal. Or description we can say like this: steps, go to checkout, select PayPal, click on pay, expected payment should processed, actual app crash with an error message, priority high, severity critical, component payment, environment window 11, Chrome 1.20, attachment screenshot attached. And also they have asked a question like explain SDLC model. What is a SDLC? So you can cover explain like this: SDLC stand for the software testing life cycle. It is a systematic process that define the various stages of the software testing to ensure quality and defect free software. It consists of the following key phases like requirement analysis. In the requirement analysis, we understand and analyze the testing requirement, identify testable requirement, stakeholder discussion for clarity. And the second stage is test planning. Test planning, what is the test plan? Define testing scope, objective and strategy, estimate effort, schedule and resources in the test planning phase. In the test planning phase we can also cover identify test tools and risk assignment. And test case development, in third phase it is known as a test case development. In this phase we create a detailed test cases based on the requirement and the design test script. If automation is required, a review and get test cases are approved. And the fourth stage is test environment setup. So in this stage we prepare a test environment like hardware, software, network and configuration, and ensure read lines for the test execution. And fifth stage is test execution. In this phase, we execute our test cases and log defect, retest and track defect until closure. Compare actual vs expected result. and uh, and the last is a test closure. In the test closure report, we evaluate test completion criteria, prepare a test summary report, document best practice and lesson learned. STLC ensures systematic and structured testing. Each phase has a specific entry and exit criteria. It helps to identify defect in earlier, reducing cost and improving quality. Then next question, ad hoc testing and exploratory testing. So we can cover exploratory testing. Exploratory testing plus means learning plus testing. Exploratory is the structured and ad hoc is a unstructured. Both are used for the find hidden defect quickly. For example, suppose we are testing an e-commerce website. We start by checking the login feature, then explore product search and item to the cart, test different payment methods and analyze system behavior without referring a test script. While doing this, you document find and a pattern for future reference. In ad hoc testing, it is a random testing. For example, suppose we are testing a mobile banking app without following any test cases. We are trying to entering random input, navigating through different sections, perform rapid transactions and check for the unexpected crash or security loopholes. You can see the answers like this: definition, approach, documentation, when to use, who perform, best for. And this is the most asked question: smoke testing, retesting and regression testing. You must need to be prepared this question. What is smoke testing? Smoke testing is primarily to test to check if the basic and critical and major functionalities of an application perform after new build is deployed. If smoke testing fail, the build is rejected for the further testing. It is a build verification testing. It is also known as a build verification testing. And second is a retesting. Retesting, in this we test a defect after it has been fixed to ensure it resolved. It is a conduct on the same test cases where defects were found earlier. It confirms that a specific issue no longer exists. For example, in an e-commerce app, a bug prevented users from applying discount code. The developer fixed the issue and tester retest by applying discount code to ensure they now working correctly or not. And the third is a regression testing. Regression testing ensures the new changes like bug fixes, update or feature do not break existing functionality. It is performed after code changes to check if the system is still work as expected. This can be done manually or using automation tools like Selenium, Playwright, Cypress, which we are using. For example, after fix the discount code issue in a e-commerce app, tester check the entire checkout process including cart update, payment method and order confirmation to ensure everything else is still work fine. Type of the regression testing like a unit regression testing, partial regression testing, complete regression. In unit regression testing, we testing small code changes in isolation and partial regression. So in the partial regression testing, we test affected modules along with new changes. In the complete regression, so testing the entire system after some major changes. And this question is also very important: what are type of the agile meetings you followed in your organization? So you can explain like this: in agile meeting, help teams collaborate to ensure smooth progress. There are several types of the agile meetings. First one is a sprint planning meeting. It is held at the start of the sprint. The team select tasks from the backlog, define sprint goals and workload. And second is a daily stand up, daily scrum meeting. This is a short 15-minute meetings every day, team where team members answer the three questions like: what did I do yesterday, what will I do today, and is there any blocker or not. And mid sprint review meeting. Mid sprint review meeting means discuss any issue or rollback roadblocks and find solution, make necessary changes and meet sprint goals efficiently. And sprint review meeting held at the end of sprint. The team showcase complete work to the stakeholders. Feedback is collected for the environment. And the sprint retrospective meeting. It is held after the sprint review, and team discuss what went well, what did not, and how to improve. Help it is continuous process and improvement. Backlog grooming. In the backlog grooming, so ongoing or scheduled season, the team review and update the product backlog, ensure user stories are clear and prioritized. What is the try meetings tries meeting is a meeting in agile teams involving three main roles: developer write the code, QA test the feature, business analyst define the requirement. And for example, shopping app is integrating Google Pay. In the trace meeting, developer which API should we use for Google Pay integration, tester what test cases should be covered for successful and failed transaction, b what should happen if a payment fails. These meetings improve collaboration and transparency. Sprint planning and review happen at the start and end of the sprint. Daily stand-up keeps the team aligned. Retrospective help in continuous improvement, and backlog refinement ensure a clear and prioritized backlog. Test. What is a test bed? It is also asked in the interview. So a test bed is like a laboratory for testing software. It ensures testing happen in stable and controlled setup, help to reproducing and fixing bug efficiently. A test bed is a controlled environment where software testing is performed. It include hardware like computer or servers, and software OS application database and network configuration tested and tools. For example, we are testing a web application, so our test bed may include Windows, Google Chrome browser, database, MySQL, Selenium for automation testing. Traceability matrix. What is a traceability matrix? So a traceability matrix TM is a document that link test cases to requirement to ensure complete test coverage. Type of traceability matrix: forward traceability. It link requirement test cases, ensure all requirement are tested. Backward traceability links test cases requirement, ensure no extra test cases are created. Bidirectional traceability link both ways, ensure full coverage. You can read once, no need to learn more about this. So in this, ensure 100% requirement coverage in testing, help track missing test cases, untested requirement, useful is for impact analysis when requirement is changing. What is a system testing? So you can define like this: system testing is a type of black box testing where entire application tested as a complete system to verify that it work as per the requirement. It check both functional and non-functional aspect of the system. Key points we can say: test end-to-end functionality of the application performed after integration testing and before user acceptance testing. Cover functional, non-functional and UI testing. For example, if testing a e-commerce website, system testing check login, product search, payment and order confirmation work properly. Ensure the whole system work as expected. Perform in an environment similar to the production. Can manual or automation. And the type of the system testing type: functional testing. In the functional testing, there is smoke testing, sanity testing, regression testing and usability testing. Smoke testing: basic check if the application is stable. Sanity: quick check after minor bug fixes. Regression: ensure new changes does not break existing functionality. Usability testing: check each of the use and UI design. And non-functional testing: check performance and security, like performance testing test speed, load handling and security testing, ensure data protection and access control. Compatibility testing: verify application on different devices, OS and browsers. Reliability testing: ensure system work under different conditions. Agile work process. So it is also asked in the can you explain your organization agile process, which agile process you are following? So you can define like this: agile is a flexible and iterative software development process where work is done in a small cycle of sprints to deliver features quickly and efficiently. Agile workflows So you can say is a requirement gathering, sprint planning, development and testing, daily stand-up meeting, sprint review meeting, sprint retrospective meeting, repeat or next sprint. Feature of the agile is equal to fast, flexible. Agile means होता है fast, flexible and continuous improvement. Agile tools Jira, Trello, Azure DevOps or tracking tasks. Popular agile framework Scrum, Kanban, SAP. Mostly using in the organization Scrum and Kanban. Iterative development work is done in small part sprint, usually 1 or 4 weeks long. In 1 week there is 5 days. 5 days working. Customer collaboration, continuous feedback and taking it improvement the product. Adaptive to changes, daily stand-ups, continuous testing and delivery. For example, sprint 1 login sign up feature, sprint 2 product search and add to cart, sprint 3 payment gateway integration, payment sprint 4 order history and notification. Backlog storage and grooming call. It is also asked what is a backlog grooming, backlog storage. So you can say a backlog grooming refinement meeting is a regular season where the team review update and prioritize items in the product backlog to ensure clarity and readiness for upcoming sprint. It is done before sprint planning to ensure tasks are ready for development. This meeting was attended by product owner, scrum master, developers and tester. Purpose of the backlog grooming: refine user storage, break large storage into smaller tasks, prioritize tasks, decide what to work on next, estimate effort, assign story point, effort estimation, clarify requirement, discuss detail with the product owner. What is the difference between bug leakage and bug release? Bug leakage, you can say a bug leakage, a major bug that was not detected during testing and want to went into production affecting end users. Bug release, a known bug that has minimal impact, so it is a knownly released and fixed in a future update. If a payment system fails, stopping users from making transaction, it is a bug leakage. And if UI alignment issue is present but does not affect any functionality, so it is known as a bug release. What is a difference between hotfix and patch fix? So you can say like a hotfix, an emergency fix deployed immediately to resolve a critical issue in a production with minimal testing. Patch fix, a schedule update that fix multiple bugs and undergoes through testing before release. For example, hotfix, a banking app crash when users try to check their balance. A fix is immediately deployed. Patch fix, Microsoft released a monthly security patch to fix multiple system vulnerabilities. You can say here. And this question is also most asked in the interview: which HDLC model is followed in your company? So most companies follow the agile model where development and testing happen together in short sprint. For example, a 2 week sprint intro include development, testing and deployment. Tools like Jira, Azure DevOps are used for the managing task. If the waterfall model is used, the steps are requirement gathering, development, testing, deployment is fixed in order. And this question is also asked in the interview: difference between QA and QC. You can define like QA is a process related to QA focus on building in quality, QA is preventing defect, QA is process oriented, QA is for the entire life cycle. QC quality control. QC is the actual testing of the software. QC focused on the testing for quality. QC is a detecting defect. QC is product oriented. QC is for the testing part in SDLC. So these are the questions you must be prepared for your next upcoming interview. So if you want to all these questions with perfect answer in a structured PDF, check the link in the description. It will save your hours of the preparing and give you ready to use answer for your interviews. And if this video help you, to don't forget to like and subscribe. I will keep sharing real interview content on this channel. Thank you.